Hello, sweet viewers. 안녕. That means hi in Korean. I'm Christine from Kimbop TV, empowering you to live a happier and safer life, especially if you're a fellow domestic violence survivor. I'm very fortunate to call Southern California my home. I live in a city called Torrance, which is a part of a beachside community known as the South Bay. While I love traveling around the world, there really is no place like home. Today, I want to share with you some peaceful spots in my area that help me to de-stress and find healing. If you're like me, you may be working through some emotional and physical traumas. So I hope this video can help you to think about some places nearby where you can also find some peace. Let's go. For about a couple of months after leaving my domestic violence relationship, I suffered from constant headaches and nightmares. I survived a serious physical attack from my abuser, which left me with countless contusions, which are deep bruises all over my head and body. Simple things like light and sound often triggered excruciating pain, so I chose to stay locked up in my home so that I could control my environment as much as I could. But as I continued to heal both physically and emotionally, I was challenged by my therapist to start going outside again. She wanted me to walk for at least an hour and a half each time. She said that's how long it takes before I can truly start tuning out all of the worries in my head and just pay attention to the beauty that surrounds me. I'm a very impatient person, so this was not an easy task. But once I started disciplining myself to keep walking, I discovered the joy of tuning out the world and just being in the moment. The beach is my favorite place to be if I want to be alone and feel safe. South Bay has many options: Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, Torrance Beach. The spots where I feel the most peaceful though is either at the north end of Manhattan Beach or the south end of Redondo Beach going into Torrance Beach. That's where there's usually the least amount of people. I literally just walk around until I kind of start spacing out. For the first half hour to an hour, random thoughts, mostly negative ones, come and go. And then I start paying closer attention to things that are happening right in that moment. The waves crashing against my feet, the seagulls chirping in the sky, the sun warming my skin. Sometimes during my walks, I pray out loud and talk to God about everything that's on my mind. The waves and the winds keep me from being hurt by anyone else, I think. So especially if I get emotional, I allow myself to just let it out. I cry freely without fear of being judged, and by the end of my walks, I usually feel really refreshed. Another place that I find peaceful is Palos Verdes. Since the elevation is higher, you can catch breathtaking views of the beach cities and go on scenic hikes. During the springtime, wildflowers bloom along the trails, and it's like being inside of an enchanted fairy tale. There's an old lighthouse and even a resort where I can grab a drink. I see bunnies on the trail sometimes, and the sunsets are always amazing. Torrance has some pretty big parks where I can enjoy beautiful sceneries too. Columbia Park is one of my favorites. My husband Maddie and I like to ride our bicycles there. I created so many happy memories at this place. For example, the city threw a cherry blossom festival. My friends and I celebrated a baby shower, and Maddie and I really enjoyed opera in the park last year. Downtown Torrance is another spot I love to hang out in. It's got that small town charm with old signs and lots of mom and pop shops. My friends and I have celebrated birthdays there. My sister and I enjoyed afternoon tea, and my esthetician threw us a Christmas party at one of the restaurants in the area. It's casual enough to ride my bike around or to grab some good food and relax. And finally, I go on a walk almost every morning around my neighborhood. It's comforting for me to pass by the same houses and to get to know some of the friendly faces that live there. I think this routine helps me to feel safer and more at peace when I'm at home. It's almost like living in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I see Linda and her baby hanging out at the park. I spot my favorite neighbor, Ralphie, and say a quick hello to him.
Hi, Ralphie. Good morning. How are you?
I join my in-laws when I bump into them during their walks, and I pass by this cute bear that is always hugging this tree. I usually walk for about 45 minutes while listening to a motivational audiobook. Now that I've shared some of my favorite spots around my neck of the woods, can you think of some places near you that help you to feel calm and relaxed? Try getting out there for a few minutes this week. If you walk around like I did for an hour and a half or longer, you may also be able to start tuning out a lot of your worries and focus on the positive things that are around you. I've never liked flowers, but lately I've been really enjoying checking out my neighbors' gardens and appreciating the beautiful flowers that are planted there. I'm curious to know what part of the country or world you live in. Can you comment and let me know if you live near the beach like I do, or maybe the desert or the mountains? And if you found this video helpful, can you share it with someone you think can use this as a resource too? And as always, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.